Yo, this is Sparing Myself the Pain, a rundown of all the negative things that I'll miss out on by being a marriage free and child free woman. Let's get into it. Painful thing number 9, school and extracurriculars. First thing regarding public schools in this day and age is that they are not safe. No, Columbine happened in 1999. I graduated from high school in 2002. And it seems like there's been another school shooting every other month since then. It's just that, you have school shootings happening so often. And you also have teachers who are predators happening way too often. It's like almost every other month, a new teacher, counselor, principal, or whatever is being arrested for having an inappropriate relationship with a student or um, being busted for child porn or something like that. Like schools are just not even safe anymore. You can't trust any of the staff. You can't trust any of the other students or any of the other parents. You know, and it's just even sadder knowing that some of the parents of, these students who are carrying out school shootings or whatever make excuses for them. No, instead of actually holding them accountable and saying, "Yeah, my child did this, and they were completely wrong," they make excuses for them. So, oh, they were bullied. They had mental health issues. If you knew that they had health issues, then why didn't you get them some help? Okay, being bullied is not an excuse to go and shoot up a whole building of people, especially when those people aren't the ones who did it. So sending kids to school these days, it's like you have to cross your fingers and do a Hail Mary and hope that they make it back home safe and in one piece without being traumatized in any way. And then on top of that, there's bullying that has gotten worse. They have this stupid shit, this what they call it, zero tolerance policy, where they penalize the victims. That if there's a fight that breaks out, the person who is being victimized, the innocent party, is also going to be suspended. How fucking stupid is this? To say that if one child is a bully, they're tormenting and terrorizing the other students. They're not getting any kind of consequences at home. Most likely not getting any real consequences at school. But you're going to turn around and punish the victims, whether they defend themselves or not. What kind of bullshit is this? So you're being forced to send the kids into an unsafe environment, and you have to pay for it. You have to pay for all of their back to school, their clothes, all of the supplies that they need. And they've got these supply lists that are like 2 feet long. I've seen the back to school supply list, and they are ridiculous. Ridiculous. So it's like you're spending like $1,000 per child for back to school, and then having to pay for all of the other fees on top of that. If they are in any sports or anything like that, you have to pay for their uniforms. You have to pay for their travel fees. If they participate in anything like that, then you might have to travel with them. If they have like a game or something that's out of state or out of town, you might have to go. Depending on what kind of school they go to, mostly high school. If they're going to like a specialty high school or to a private school, they probably won't have a bus. So you'll have to take them, or you'll have to pay for them to take, an Uber or a Lyft. And then if you have kids who are like super sensitive, and they get like a grade that they don't like, or if they lose a basketball game, they don't really place all that well in their swimming competition or in gymnastics, and they'll be like really sad and disappointed. And so you have to comfort them. And I'm not like a super emotional person. I'm not like the type of person that'll be like, "Oh, come here, you poor thing." I'm more like a just suck it up and get over it kind of person. but that's just me. There's also like parent teacher conferences, PTA meetings, and all that other crap that I really don't care about. And if they're involved in any kind of activity outside of school, then you would also have to pay for all of that. Go to all of their little competitions or whatever. If they wanted to like do karate or something like that, that's not offered through the school, or piano or something like that, that's also not offered through the school. Having to talk to the other parents there. I'm making a separate video about other parents. But yeah, it seems to be some sort of unwritten rule that the parents of kids who have a shared interest are supposed to, be friends or talk to each other. And no, I'm not gonna do that. That's just not gonna happen. So yeah, it's just a headache, a lot of inconvenience, and a lot of money being spent. So I am pretty glad that I'll never have to deal with any of this. Remember, your life is yours to live, and you don't have to explain yourself to anyone ever.